Hey, this is Dee and this is Down the Wormhole. And this is part of our Betta Breed Along number 4. Now, our dad is definitely suffering from new daddy syndrome, I think is what I'm gonna call this. He's got eggs everywhere. The bubble nest is all but gone. They're floating in the middle of the tank. They're all over the floor of the tank. I'm not too sure what the outcome of this is going to be. I think at this point I'm going to put just a smidgen of methanol blue in the fish tank. You can see an egg sitting right there. I'm liking the color of the egg so far, though it is a little early to tell if they are fertile or not. But he's attempting, he's learning, so we might have to do this again, but we'll see what happens. So this is our female, this is Mom. I've just taken her out of the tank just so you can get an idea of what she looks like. You can tell how thin she is now in comparison, hey? Sorry the tank's dirty, I'll clean it up in a bit. I just wanted to get her out. I'm actually in between shifts at work, so I can't stay too long. I've got a little bit of salt, and I did add some tannins into the water. She's got a bit of a definite rip on her bottom fin, but she is very perky. I'm gonna give her something to eat and head on back to work. So this is the first 24 hours after. Alright, so this is later tonight and he is losing something fierce. There's still eggs absolutely everywhere. It looks like he's tried to decide that maybe the bubble wrap might be the way to go, but with them all sitting on the floor at the bottom like this is not looking good for not fungusing, so we're gonna try and put in some methanol blue so you can see for treatment on fungus for eggs. That's what we're gonna aim for right now. We don't want to put in too much, and you definitely don't want to get anything on your clothes because this stuff stains like crazy, but I'm hoping it'll help with the fungus on here. I do want to use 2 hands while I get this separated. Oh, you can just see the eggs falling. He's so losing. Alright, be right back. Alright, so this is how much I'm going to try and put in there. It's just 1 drop out of the container. That should do this whole tank. Turn it quite blue. It doesn't take much. I've already got more on me than anything else. So I'll mix it up and I'll let you see. I don't want to drop the light in here, so I'm putting the camera down. Alright, so I didn't put all of it in. So far the male's taking that pretty good. Just enough to tint the water a little bit blue. Hopefully help this guy out. I don't know how long I'll leave him in there. As soon as they start hatching, he's out. I don't want him to get frustrated and start eating the eggs. This is insane. So definitely, I hope he's learned his lesson. Build a bubble nest or have a plan first. Good morning. So this is the next day. This is where we're at. We still have quite a few eggs all over. I'll show you Dad here. So here is Dad this morning. I took him out about 15 minutes ago. Hope you can see how big his belly is there. So he was definitely munching on some eggs. But other than that, he is very healthy. That was probably a very long night for him trying to keep up with all the eggs. He did come out fairly unscathed. It's one side fin there, if you can see when he swims away, is a little bit beaten up, but that's it. So a nice good rest for him, and we'll see what happens with the eggs. At this point, I don't know if he was just eating the infertile eggs or if he was just munching on the odd one that he felt like snacking on. But we are definitely down a lot of eggs from last night's footage, and he's got a big belly. So at this point, I have just dumped the rest of my blue medication that I had mixed up. I'd only put it in a half dose yesterday. If there was any eggs in here, for the most part, I think they've fallen down. I took him out about 15 minutes ago. So that is where we're at in here. I do have the bubbler turned off just for making this video. My air pump, it is really old. It's just over here. This is what we're using right now to power this half of the fish room. It is just being noisy. I definitely do want to get a big air bubbler, and I think switch to the phones would be a good idea. Here is an update on Mom. I've got her just beside here. She is doing wonderful. I'm just gonna feed her some bug bites this morning. Well, probably the whole fish room bug bites. Might as well give everybody some. And we'll come check out in the afternoon how the eggs are doing. I was trying to look earlier, and some of them do look like they are developing. That is on the floor. It is very hard to see with this camera. I do wish to purchase a micro lens, definitely, at some point in time. But some of the eggs, you can actually see the white spots in there have started to change shape and turn into a bit of a U. And that would be the baby fish starting to form in there. So I do know we have some fertile eggs, which is why I took Dad out. Usually takes about 12 to 20 hours before you can tell for sure, and they will be a different color than the ones that are fungusing over. The fertile eggs will have more of a yellow tinge to them, and the unfertile ones will be quite white. Like I said, I cannot tell if Dad was just eating the fungused ones or having a snack, so he did get removed at this point. I have used the methanol blue method before, and I usually get some fairly good results, and quite frankly, I'm kind of glad all those eggs didn't hatch. I'll bring you back this afternoon. We'll do one more check, and that'll be the first 24 hours.